Hello, my name is Kelly, and the title of my peer review rough cut film is A Solo Date with the Flower. I love the title. I thought it was very unique and it fit with the message very well. Your strengths were your camera angles, your locations, and your body language and facial expressions. I loved how your body language and your facial expressions matched throughout the whole film. Your scene locations were thought out, and I only have one thing to say about your camera angles. Like I said, you did really well with them, but there is one in particular that I liked more than the other, and that was in the beginning. You were in the book aisle, and the first shot that you took of you in the aisle was very close up. You couldn't really tell what you were doing or what you were looking at. But then you switched direction and you got a full body, and when you opened the book or even grabbed them, you could tell what the titles were, and I could see what you were looking at, which were recipes. Areas of improvement, I would suggest watch your volume control throughout your film. The music at some points were very soft, and then in other areas it got really loud. I would also watch your lighting in some of your shots. There was one in particular I really loved, and it was the one where you were sitting at the desk in the library with the sunlight coming through the back window. I loved how it was so vibrant and reflected off of you, and then it went from that to it got really dim and dark around you, and there was a big glare in the back, so I'd watch that. I also feel that you could use more voiceover throughout your film. I felt like you had more music than voiceover. Like, for example, I would use a little more voiceover in the beginning of you in the book aisle, and maybe you say something along the lines of what's going through the character's mind at that time. Now, I will say I was a little confused on the message of the film until about midpoint through, which is why I suggested to add a little more voiceover throughout it to help the viewers get a full understanding of what you're trying to put out in the world. I also felt the way you used the props in your wording to compare what you were looking for in a significant other was very inspiring. And I'm very excited to see how you tie together the beginning to the end and what type of changes that you make in your next film. So keep up the great work, and for your first film, you did really well. My favorite scenes in your film, I have two of them. One of them would be the one where you are standing up and looking out the window in the library with your hands behind your back. And the other one is the scene where you have a gorgeous sky and the ocean in the background. Those two would be my favorites.